I want to talk to you about what happened over with the Flotilla in just off the coast of Israel. This is so incredibly disturbing because the world is on edge, and I've told you for a while we are looking for a Archduke Ferdinand moment. That's what the world is headed towards, and I don't know if anybody else feels this. I don't think there's a single journalist that has a clue as to what they're doing and what they're talking about now. They don't know what is coming our way. Did any of the journalists, and we'll get into this later, did any of the journalists care to look at the FTC report that came out on Friday? Friday, before a holiday weekend. If you're going to bury something, when do you release it? You always release it on a Friday. But a Friday of a holiday weekend? This is an FTC report that talks about the reinvention of journalism and how AmeriCorps, the FTC, is now thinking that AmeriCorps should have a role in journalism. And the government should play a bigger role in journalism. I'm going to issue the same warning that I issued Congress. You are going to find yourself irrelevant very soon, journalists. You have no idea because you're either incompetent, you're a useful idiot, or you're lazy. I don't know which it is, but you better decide which one it is because you're going to be silenced. And the reason, quite honestly, the only reason why this government wants to come after media is to silence those who are on the internet. More than talk radio or anything else, you on the internet are a danger to this administration and this government. They cannot allow you to have access to a microphone or to video. Can't do it. You cannot spread around the truth. The journalists are doing a great job for this administration, a great job for global government. The Israelis have videotape of this peace ship. It's the most incredible story I think I've seen. Again, the world is on edge. Why? Why would you start an international incident? The journalists are reporting this as, well, there goes Israel again. Unfortunately for the journalists, there's videotape of this peace ship and the Nobel Prize winners on board. Please. They're stabbing one IDF soldier. They're beating with a pipe another one. They threw overboard a third soldier. He has major brain damage now. They went on board these, our Navy SEALs, basically, with the IDF. They went on board with paint guns because they didn't want any trouble. So they went on with paintball guns. They had a sidearm, but they were told not to use it unless your life was in danger. Even when they did start to use their sidearms, they shot at the legs of the people. And yet it's Israel. Here's the problem with this story. The IHH, these are the people that sponsored this little love boat cruise. They also sponsor Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood. They're also the ones that sent in the Millennium Bomber that was going to blow up LAX. This is not a peace cruise. Stu, do you have the quote of one of the officials on board that says, "Hey, if we get in and break up the blockade, we're heroes. If not, we're all going to be martyrs"? Do you have that?
I've seen the video of it. It is obviously in another language, but the translation's on the screen, and that's essentially what they said. Like, we're in a good position because either we're going to make it to Gaza or we'll be martyrs.
We'll be martyrs. What peace mission sets out to be martyrs?
This is a total setup.
A total setup.
Start to finish.
Exactly what I said. Could you get the audio of me saying to Benjamin Netanyahu 3 years ago, you realize, Mr. Prime Minister, you are being set up. The world is going to be on the edge of peace, and something's going to happen, and you're going to have no choice, and then the whole world will blame you.
And they are.
Yes.
The Ban Ki-moon has already condemned them. Virtually every nation on earth except us so far. We're looking into this tragedy.
So far. What do you look at the videotape? Let me ask you this, America. If we had, let's just say, and this is such an unfair comparison. Let's just say that at Guantanamo, we have, because they'll make the case, well, that's America's Gaza is Guantanamo. Let's give them that. Yes, all these tortured people in Guantanamo. That's such a horrible existence. If we had a cruise line that had dignitaries from Europe, that had peace activists from all over the world, a Nobel Peace Prize winner that wasn't Barack Obama or Al Gore, and it was sponsored by the Muslim Brotherhood. It was sponsored by Al-Qaeda. The ship was originally rented out. Do you think we would stop that ship from pulling into Guantanamo Bay? Do you think we'd have a right to do it? If it was going down the East River or up the Mississippi, do you think maybe we would let it just pull in? Yeah, just go ahead and stop at Memphis. Or do you think maybe before it got to Memphis, we would say, I think we need to board that ship? As Benjamin Netanyahu said to me, we have a right to survive. We have a right to live. They do. What are they supposed to do? I heard some clown this morning. There's got to be some other way to do it. Name it. Name the other way. Name the other way. Can you name it? Pat, can you name another way?
Can't. I mean, they told them they were coming. We're just coming.
Can you name another way? You've got people who are saying, hey, we're either going to get in there or we're going to be martyrs.
Yeah.
I mean, what else?
Israel asked them, just pull into port. We'll check it there. Then if we find that there's nothing there, we'll send you onto the Gaza. And that's all they had to do. So they wouldn't do it. So Israel warned them off several times when they were at sea. And because they wouldn't stop, they boarded the thing. It's the only thing they could do.
It all seems so very similar to that Whale Wars show. Have you ever watched that Whale Wars show?
No, I haven't, but I know about it.
Yeah, and it's about these people who they're environmentalist activists that want to protect the whales. Mm-hmm. So they go in Japan's trying to do their whaling thing, and they'll block the boats. They'll antagonize these ships. They'll do illegal things. They will get themselves they'll get themselves they'll come over and they'll have to take have to do nothing else other than have to take control of one of these people from the boats. And as soon as it happens, I mean, there's tape of them. They'll call the media and immediately start saying, hey, we just had a guy taken hostage on one of these boats. And, of course, the media just goes with it.
Well, let's talk about the live Turkish broadcast from the boat. I mean, you want to talk about they call the media. They did a live Turkish broadcast from the boat.
Yeah.
We've just been boarded by these terrorist IDF Israelis, and we got to shut the camera up. I mean,
yeah, their entire strategy is baiting the media into taking the easy narrative. Yeah. That's the whole strategy, and it seems to work over and over and over again.
Fortunately, there's plenty of footage from the Israelis.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I mean, they're being beaten within an inch of their lives, and they can't defend themselves.
It doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter to too many people.
It's true.